You know, we hear it all the time. In this crazy, hyper-connected world, speed is everything. But what if I told you the difference between answering a lead now versus just 5 minutes from now wasn't just some small delay? What if it's actually a hidden tax, one that's costing you an absolute fortune? Well, let's dig in. Go ahead, take a look at your phone. Right now, as it sits there, it's doing one of two things. It's either making you money or it's losing you money. There really is no in between. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the data and show you exactly how to turn that phone into a 24/7 profit center, even when you're not the one picking it up. All right, so what's the core of the problem here? It's really a fundamental disconnect. See, we're all living in a 24/7 digital world, but so many businesses are still stuck operating with a 9 to 5 mindset. Your customers? They've moved on. The real question is, has your business? Let's just be real for a second. The people who are most serious about buying from you, they're not doing their research on their boss's time. Nope, they're doing it after the kids are finally in bed, after dinner's cleaned up, often late into the night. And just look at the scale of this thing. The data shows, and this is pretty mind-blowing, a staggering 62% of all inquiries happen outside of those traditional business hours. Let that sink in. The majority of your opportunities are knocking when your door is completely locked. And it's not like it's an even spread, either. There's this huge peak in the evening. But then, look at this. Almost 30% of your leads are coming in between 9 p.m. and 4 a.m. That right there is your business's new prime time. So, okay, what's the actual financial hit for ignoring this new reality? It needs a name, because this is as real as any other expense on your balance sheet. So we're calling it the latency tax. So what is the latency tax? Well, it's every single dollar of commission you've ever lost and every dollar of ad spend you've ever wasted, all because you weren't the first one to respond. It's the price you pay for being slow in a world that absolutely demands instant gratification. So just take a second here. Think about your own business. Seriously, how many of those after-hours calls go straight to voicemail? How many of those web forms just sit there unanswered until the next morning? What do you think that's actually costing you? For a typical real estate brokerage, the latency tax can easily top $250,000 a year, $250,000. And get this, that's not from spending more on ads. That's lost revenue from the exact same leads you're already getting. It's purely because of a slow response. This brings us to what we call the 5-minute cliff, and it is absolutely brutal. Research, which has been validated by MIT, shows that if you respond within 5 minutes, you are 100 times more likely to connect with a lead. But if you wait just 30 minutes, your odds of qualifying that lead just plummet by a factor of 21. It's not a gentle slope, folks. It's a cliff. And here it is, the knockout punch. 78% of buyers end up working with the very first agent who gets back to them. The first one. This is a total winner-take-all game, and speed is the only rule that matters. So let's get into the psychology of this for a minute. Why is this happening? Understanding the human behavior behind all this data, that's really the key to finding the right solution. And these aren't just funny names we made up. They represent real, statistically significant behaviors. Take the wine-to-lead correlation. Up to 20% of after-hours leads happen when someone's feeling relaxed, confident, maybe a little impulsive. You have to catch them in that fleeting moment. Or how about the Netflix distraction? 48% of your leads are multitasking. You're not just competing with another business, you're literally competing with the next episode of their favorite show for their attention. That's why instant engagement is completely non-negotiable. So how in the world do you solve a 24/7 digital problem when you're a biological human who actually needs to sleep? Well, you deploy a system that doesn't. And that, my friends, is the AI advantage. This slide right here shows exactly why an AI system isn't just a replacement, it is a massive upgrade. A human agent's performance? It drops big time after 2 a.m. An AI's performance? 100% consistent. Script adherence for a tired human can waver. For an AI, it's perfect every single time. And that reliability score? It's not just a little better, it's over 266 times higher. It's all about perfect consistency and professionalism around the clock. And look, putting this into place is super straightforward. We set up a number for you, we customize the system so it sounds exactly like your business, and then it just goes to work. It handles that front line for you so you can focus your energy on closing the qualified leads it sends your way. Okay, now let's talk about the return on this investment. How do you take your business's biggest leak and turn it into your greatest strength? The pricing couldn't be simpler or more transparent. It's $2.99 a month, and for that, you get the whole shebang, a full 24/7 AI receptionist that screens out spam, routes calls, and even includes about 300 minutes of usage. I mean, think about it. This system can pay for itself with a tiny, tiny fraction of just one closed deal.
And we don't believe in that whole unlimited trap. This is a simple wallet system. You get a $40 credit every month, and hey, if you have a really busy month and you go over, it just recharges in small $10 chunks. You only ever pay for what you actually use. No surprises, no throttling, no games.
You know, this quote from Dean Cassiapo just says it all. In today's market, success isn't about looking the part. It's about having the infrastructure in place to win that race to the lead every single time. So I'll just leave you with this one question. We now know that the majority of your best customers, they're showing up when you're not even there. So who do you want greeting them? Voicemail? Or an intelligent system that's designed to capture them instantly? The choice really is yours.